Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So yes, Module 28 is finally released on the preview test server. We can check it out and all that it has to offer, at least as we can see right now for testing. This update is indeed coming with a new campaign, as usual, at 70,000 item level. It will though have, at least for the, first few months, start this campaign regardless of your item level. We can see everything it's going to offer us. But there is also coming some new maps within Wildspace. We have a new sphere up here, the Xeraxian sphere, that appears to have the planet over here and the Imperial Citadel, and then the Doom space, having a moon, another asteroid, and another asteroid. That will be an extension onto what we've already had with these other locations with Module 27. We can check one of the asteroids and here we go. Wow, this looks cool. We're getting some sort of a citadel area. The port is a lot more built up. Yes. We have these ships like the Moon Dancer. We also have some pirate ships, those ones there. And wow, this place looks cool. I love the look of the sky. That's done really well. Usually with these modules, the art is pretty well done. I can't go inside as far as I'm aware, but the map is actually pretty big. It does have enemies. You've got like a heroic encounter up here. Yes, I really like this. You've got basically this castle, the citadel, floating on top of these crystals, and they're connected by bridges. I really like the look of this place. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of gear, items, and everything that you can hope to obtain to progress with your character. We'll cover story and the campaign in later videos. I'll cover that week by week. You can follow that. But let's go to the campaign and see exactly what it's going to be giving us. So it's again a 10-week campaign, so with the usual. Some may complain to that, but I think it's fair. You have just a vanity pet the first week, 5 shards, second week, third week you get some fashion here. We can see it in the collections. Nothing too amazing, but I guess you can change the colors how you want. A box with some enchanting stones, some standard motes, some preservation wards, 100 of them. That's okay. That's the value of a coal mote usually. And a refractive refinement choice pack. I think because there's going to be a lot more refining this module, you're going to have to actually be upgrading gear. And we'll have a look at that later. But it's got like a cosmic pearl, which I've never heard of. A meteorite fragment, heart of a dying star, and an uncategorized astral element. In terms of the tasks, we just have our boon points here. We are getting attacked. Oh dear, these are astral elves, as we've seen in other areas. Let's move away from them. No thanks. I am not in a build to kill anything. And the middle tasks here, we can repeat this to get a refinement choice pack. Can give you enchanting stones, legendary enchanting stones, rares, and also epic ones. And then over here we have another task which can get us cosmic pearls. What are these? They're used to refine the following items: cosmic rings and Xeraxis rings. We'll check those out later. But you're also getting astral beacon casings. Oh, we're getting attacked again. Excuse me guys, I don't want to be in combat here. I guess they have patrols around the place, which is fair enough. This astral beacon is required for the assembly of the Beacon of Astral Seal artifact. So I assume you're going to have to do a bunch of this tasks and you're going to end up with that artifact, which we'll check out. So it has a campaign store, which is formatted differently to be new. You've got some vanity pets here. You've got the artifact then, along with some items you need to refine it. You got your keys, which we can see will be for the Imperial Citadel dungeon. There we go. We will be getting a new dungeon this module. That will definitely be delightful for some people who dislike trials. Somebody's fighting over there. Otherwise, you can trade in for rough astral diamonds, the currencies as before. With the enchantments page here, we have some new enchantments. Interesting. Good thing they will still have the same amount of item level as previous ones, so you won't miss too much. But these have just some different options you can get there with the dual stats. You do also have a new combat enchantment for healers. Will increase total healing And when you heal an ally with an at will or encounter a daily power, you generate a shield on yourself and your target equal to the magnitude. Well, 1 damage. I assume this needs to be fixed. Again, we will obtain it and we will check it out. You have Astral Elf Slayers and Wildspace Slayers and Wards. There are weapons you can get from the campaign store here, but they're really just stepping stone stuff, a level below even the legendary ones from the Moondancer. There will be new mythic weapons, which we'll touch on in just a second. Armor here, we have some new stuff, all epic here for all different classes. Will cost you some Astral Diamonds and just campaign currency. Again, we'll check out the bonuses and everything in another video. And accessories, we can buy some rings and the artifact set. So now I'm going to jump to the collections and we can see this a bit better. So we have a bunch of additions here. We have those new weapons right there, and they'll just be coming from the campaign store. Now the ones you see in the picture here are actually not shown in collections just yet. They're the new mythic weapons which you can get from Advanced and Master. For some reason it doesn't show the ones from my class, but let's say I display the ones for the fighter. You can see, there we go. We get those, let's say, galaxy themed weapons, which are really nice. Combat animation, you got the shield there, and you got the sword. And each class has its own set of that as well. The barbarian one is actually pretty massive on my character, at least displayed here. But I would assume that's going to scale with your character a bit more. And for me on Paladin, it doesn't hold it properly. But yes, some really cool ones. Master will get the exact same ones, just higher item level. The set bonus there is still a work in progress, but you can read through it and it looks pretty good, giving you total healing, damage resistance, movement speed, and then up to 5% extra damage or incoming damage reduction or total healing in Wildspace, and doubled even there. So 10%, which makes it very good, and it's going to be best in stock within the Moondancer trial and best in stock in the new dungeon. We have new Mythic Armor coming within the Imperial Citadel Master Dungeon, or purchased from the dungeon store in the Stronghold in Doomspace, which we are not right now, I don't believe. Let's go over here. And actually, did they make it you can fall off? Yes, they did. You can just jump off and die, but you can float down for quite a while. I don't like barriers everywhere. But you end up over here. That's interesting. I guess I didn't unlock a campfire. Let's go back. Doomspace, the Stronghold. Doesn't specifically say, it could be where we were. Ah, yes, we have to go up there. That's cool. We have an upper section, and this should be where our NPCs are. Yes, yes. They have these weird elves. I don't know what they are. But this is the campaign store. This is the dealer, yes. This has the rings, armor, weapons. Here's the armor. So here you're going to need campaign currency to buy it, but you can also use dungeon currency. This is time gated, weekly cap of 5. You need 6 for, say, the armor piece, or you need 6 for all of this. But yeah, that is very good. You don't have to worry about your RNG. You can actually just get the stuff right away. But that's mythic stuff. Again, gonna vary depending on your class. Like healer sets are gonna have the healing bonuses here. And this just kind of seems like upgraded stuff from the Moondancer trial. Again, things are not fully finalized, and I won't cover all the details in this video, but some decent options there. You also have some legendary gear, which you're going to be able to get from the Advanced Citadel dungeon. So that's nice. There'll be that one coming there. Again, you will be able to buy them also from the campaign store. That is very good. And so again, these will all have some bonuses there. Again, we'll have to exactly see what's good and not. And then you got the epic gear, which you can just get from the campaign store. There may be 1 or 2 pieces there that are useful, say in endgame, but the rest I would assume is just kind of stepping stone stuff. Again, I'll cover them in more dedicated videos. But something to note on that is they do have actually some really cool visuals. I really like them. They've got some pirate themed items right there. Same with the set. It's different as well, unique. You've got the skull, fancy hat. Unfortunately, it does remove your hair. This one doesn't though, which is nice, gives you an eye patch. And then the other set's just here. You can also see the guys just wearing it there. But we have new shirt and pants. 2000 item level. And these are going to have a bonus of, let's say, damage in Wildspace and also damage outside of Wildspace, which is nice, giving them that utility. And then some other bonuses here with stats. And ultimately, we have the pants then with when in combat gain power, recharge speed, critical strike rating, combat advantage rating, recharge speed, and then say damage resistance. So not bad. But yes, 2000 item level is a bump up. We go back to the other gear and you can see that the epic gear here is going to be 2400 item level. Legendary gear is 2800 item level. And the mythic gear 2900 item level. Just massive. The epic weapons are only 2450. But the advanced mythic ones 2750. And the master mythic ones whopping 3000. So yes, we're definitely going to be getting into the range of 100,000 item level. Moving on from that, there is new rings. You're getting epic rings, which can be upgraded to legendary and then to mythic. So they seem to be doing it on a process of upgrading the item level when you do so. It starts out 2400. Goes to legendary 2600, goes to mythic 2800. The bonus doesn't seem to change on most of them. Yeah, the same as epic. So it's basically just upgrading the item level, which is good in non-scaled content. It will be interesting to see what you'll need to upgrade them, but these will come from advanced and the master dungeon. Then we have green, blue, and epic rings. So you'll get them on green from the campaign store, and you can then go and upgrade them. So doing so does seem to upgrade the bonus by a little bit, which is nice. And I'm not sure how useful any of these will be outside of, say, budget builds and starting out. Yeah, I'm not too impressed, but there's even legendary ring here. You can upgrade a blue one to epic to legendary, getting you some power ratings there, deal some extra damage. I'm not overly impressed by these, but again, for newer players. There is then the older rings, older companion gear, and then the artifact sets. We can view these on Mythic as well, but the one set will come from the advanced and master of the new dungeon, and the other set will just come from the campaign, and it appears heroic encounters in the new zones. So on Mythic, we have the new artifacts just here, 1500 item level. This one's got a bunch of stats, a mix between defense and offense, and then this other one has got mainly defense, forte defense and incoming healing. So this one artifact is going to just deal a blast and lower enemies' damage resistance by 15%. That looks like very much a copy and paste of Halaster's Blast Scepter. Maybe they will stack, maybe they won't. We'll have to test that. But very good as a debuff within artifact calls. The other artifact briefly turns the user into an avatar of light, increasing outgoing healing by 20% and damage resistance by 10%. And allies healed during this time also gain 5% damage for 10 seconds. That is very interesting. Not sure how viable that is, and you'll probably be better off with a different artifact, but it's neat. Let's say you need as a healer to have massive output of healing in a short window. This could be useful on top of giving everybody some extra damage. Now the sets to go with that, the artifact equipment, you have one at 2600 item level. That goes with the Beacon of Astral Sea and will allow you, when you receive damage or heal an ally, you will also create a rune on the ground for 6 seconds, and they will be healed within it and also receive 5% awareness and critical strike. And 20-second cooldown does not stack with other runes of replenishment. All right. That's not too great, to be honest. And the other one, 2900 item level, and simply gives you, when you stand still for 3 seconds, 5% damage and movement speed. Could be viable depending on the ability scores, but it doesn't really look like it. And I think in most cases, you might be better off with the Masterwork set. still. That seems to be everything, other than there is, yes, some new fashion. You get some vanity pets here, some pretty cool ones. You can just collect them and add them to the ones you have. Captain Flump here. And then you can also get a mythic mischievous Quasit twins. I assume there'll be like 2 of them. And this one's like Juma bags. This one's the Vakath Arena. Or Doom Space named enemies. Okay. This one's the campaign. This one's the dungeon. Your advanced and master getting the baby ethereal scorpion. And then this one's from named enemies. This one's just the campaign. And this one is also just the campaign. And then you have the fashion here, which is going to be from named enemies. This set, which is actually unique. And then this other set's just from the campaign. And that's ultimately everything for Module 28 as we know of right now. I believe there's no access to the, say, new dungeon. Oh, they have added a section for Master Trials here. That is very good. And then just standard trials. And then you have skirmishes as per normal, advanced dungeons, and just dungeons. So currently they do not have available master dungeons, which I assume they have not unlocked for us yet, and the new dungeon is not here yet. We have the Infernal Citadel, but that's not the right one, as we will be going to the Imperial Citadel. So yeah, don't get those 2 mixed up. Infernal Citadel, Imperial Citadel. What are we gonna do for the abbreviation, huh? Anyway, I think it looks pretty cool as of right now, the overview of Module 28. There will be warden changes coming, which I'll need to cover, and there could be a few quality of life improvements here and there filtered throughout. Perhaps we get some store updates, have a quick check. I can't really see anything here, but they did change the tabs to look a bit different. And yes, this is a big one. Checking insignias, we can buy greater shards for just 25 trade bars. So watch out for that and be aware of the prices when an epic insignia is worth 100 and a greater shard is worth 25. So don't be overpaying for greater shards right now. Again, it's all open to change. You can also get insignia powder 30 permanent trade bars for 20 versus getting an epic insignia, which would be 100 for 50. So just getting insignia powder straight up will be a better deal. Again, we'll cover in more detail the new gear coming, the bonuses, what's good, what's mediocre, what you can just skip on, and if there's anything interesting there. But I'm most excited for the new dungeon. I have not been in alpha testing. I know people who have, but again, a new dungeon, party content. I hope it's a challenge, and that's where I have the most fun. Once again, a massive thank you to all of these channel members for their added support, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.